Hey everybody, this is Steph Mischuk with KillerPHP.com and KillerSites.com. In this video blog, I want to talk about the future of PHP as it relates to what's happening in the economy. A lot of people they're wondering about whether or not being a web programmer is going to be a good profession to get into over the next several years, given the economic turmoil that we're seeing in the West, in North America, US, and Europe. And it's a good question. And so, besides being a professional nerd, one of the things I do is I follow the markets very closely. Not just stock markets, but commodity. I follow all kinds of markets, and I'm looking at where things are going in the economies around the world, try to set myself up for that. Anyhow, so let me give you the news about what's going to happen over the next few years, what we've seen, and you're going to see how it relates back to PHP very quickly. What we're seeing now is we're seeing a permanent or semi-permanent high level of unemployment in the US and I think in Europe, where people have been laid off their work, their jobs, and you got a pretty high level of unemployment now. And I don't think that's going to be coming back anytime soon. I think that companies are going to be very slow to hire for years. And so what's happening now is a lot of people are getting into building up or starting small businesses. And I think that's going to become more and more popular as time goes by. It's kind of funny. It's sort of like we're going back to what happened to the way things were rather pre industrial revolutions, where everybody sort of had their own little businesses and everybody's a tradesperson and they did business together. And that's what's going to happen now. So what you're going to see is a lot of small businesses being formed. And I already see it, I hear it from people. And the good thing for us web designers, web programmers, is that every small business is going to need a website, just about, like 99%. So they're going to be looking for web designers or web programmers to help build out their sites. So that's cool. The other cool, so how does this relate back to PHP? Well, PHP is ideally suited for small business website development because PHP is a scripting language, which means it's really fast and nimble. It's really fast and nimble to create things with PHP as compared to, let's say, Java. And if you've been watching my videos or you've checked out anything about me, you know that I actually have a pretty extensive Java background, and I've also done programming in many different languages over the years, including .NET stuff like C# and VB.NET and Java, and of course PHP and other languages. And I could say that compared to .NET, compared to Java, PHP is extremely nimble, extremely nimble. So that means it takes a fraction of the time to build the same project in PHP as it would in Java, because the language is basically a loosely typed scripting language. And if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. Just go to Killer PHP. You'll learn all about that. Anyhow, so the good news and what you want to take away from this video is that if you're looking at web programming or web design as a profession going forward, I can tell you I'm very certain about this, is that the trend is your friend, and that you're going to see a lot of small businesses pop up that wouldn't be there otherwise because of the economic turmoil. So if you're in a tight spot now and you're kind of worried about your future, if you're going down the web technology path in terms of setting up a career or a small business, you're choosing a good path, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity there. As opposed to if you're thinking about getting into becoming a real estate agent or a Wall Street broker or home renovation, that kind of stuff. It's probably not a good business to get into now after the housing crash and everything. So anyway, there you go. PHP is a great language, a lot of great future because it's a scripting language. It's very quick. It's very powerful. PHP programmers could code circles around .NET and Java guys, simply because PHP is so fast and nimble to program with. And so there's a lot of opportunity there. That's it. We'll talk soon.